Hey, what's going on out there in social media world? You got the team is back and we are ready to provide some information that we know gonna change your life. We got my girl MK. How you doing, MK?
I'm good. I'm good
Awesome,
and good.
awesome.
Look, I got my drink tonight. I ain't
Oh,
gonna be left out
okay,
tonight.
okay, okay. Who
Man,
you got on with us tonight? Who you got at the bottom of the screen?
I don't know that guy. I don't know. He just kind of popped up on our stream, but he was nice looking, so I thought we'd keep him for visual a
Oh, okay.
bit.
I don't know about that part, but okay, whatever.
it's the
No,
beard. It's the beard.
we have the tax man,
All
Mr.
right.
Kenneth Lee, who
Okay.
has his own tax firm, the Tax Place. You'll
Okay.
see his banner scrolling across the bottom there if you need to get in touch with him. And he's here to offer his expertise. You know, he was with us Tuesday night and got us started and got people asking questions, so we had to bring him back, get
Mm-hmm.
those
Mm-hmm.
questions answered
No,
Mm-hmm.
from the
appreciate that.
expert.
Appreciate y'all
Mm-hmm.
having me back.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all be tag teaming, but I appreciate y'all having me in for the as the third person, the third wheel on this financial world that goes round and round.
No, we
Okay. Awesome.
appreciate you. Keep me and Tony from having a laugh.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
So,
Hey, first off, I want to give a shout out to my girl, Sharnita Price. Her new shirt line is out. It's called Gold Chasing. She got every color, every size you want. So please reach out to my friend on Facebook, Sharnita Price. Gold Chasing is her logo. So you guys check it out when you get a chance.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna have to hit her up.
yeah,
Uh,
gold chasing. Yeah, that's pretty cool there.
What did it say? I see the
gold.
gold chasing. Is that it?
Yeah, it got like a little some cash. That's me right there all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see it
Y'all
now.
check
I
her
see
out.
it now. I
That's
see
my
it now.
that's my girl. Y'all check her out. So look, earlier this week I've been talking about how you can leverage your income, leverage your pay. And Melissa, could you give them just briefly our first strategy and what it actually does to help everybody get cash flow positive? Could you tell them a little bit about the process, and then we'll allow Ken to kind of help break this thing down for everybody tonight.
Yeah. Usually, and if you don't know me, I am Melissa King. I am a home-based business owner with a company called My Econ, and we teach people how to manage their personal finances and get the most out of their books. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
as part of our system, we promote something called a 243, where we talk about the two objectives that every person has, the four things that keep them from meeting these objectives, and then we start offering solutions. So, what we're going to talk about tonight, our first solution that we offer people is to correct your W-4. When you correct your W-4, if you are overpaying your taxes, it will get you to the amount that you should be having taken out. And instead of waiting to the end of the year for Uncle Santa Claus to give you that big check, you
Hmm.
get your money during the year. So that's pretty much what strategy one is talking about. And over the last few years, when I first started, the W-4 was set up in a traditional way. Then they went to where I think to intimidate us, they took it from one page to what, like 4 pages?
Uh-huh.
And then now they have completely changed it. So what we're gonna go over tonight is the what is it called? Tax withholding estimator, which
Hmm.
walks you through how you can how to fill out that and make sure that the amount of money that you should be getting taken out for taxes is being taken out.
Okay, so let me pick it back just a little bit on what Melissa just said. So a lot of people don't know how to fill it out correctly, but the IRS estimator allows you to fill in some blanks. And we brought in the tax professional, Mr. Ken Lee, to kind of help us walk through the process. You guys got any questions? Go ahead and write them down, and then at the end of this process, we can have Mr. Ken Lee provide us with more knowledge if you guys have any questions about it. But our first strategy in this awesome business is to get you cash flow positive, and using your own money is the best way through the W-4. Okay, Ken?
So we also have the hood table. Tanya, one of the YouTubers, joined us tonight,
Oh, great,
and
great.
she's going to have some questions. You know, she had a lot of good questions for us on Tuesday night. So I have dropped the link for her so that she can come in and join us a little later and
Oh,
ask, any questions she may have. So do you
okay.
want me to go ahead and pull up the estimator, Ken?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get it on here.
What up, Hood Table? What up, Tanya?
Mhm.
I remember her from the other day. You too.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just
Hey,
hey,
what's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm
not
good about
much.
yourself.
I'm doing
How you doing?
good. I'm doing
Now,
well. I hope everybody is doing okay.
now
Awesome.
Tanya is one
Awesome.
of the first YouTubers that I one of not the first, but one of the first that I subscribed to, and I still
Mhm.
hang out with her on especially on Friday night. You might catch me over
Oh
there on her
yeah.
site talking noise.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Great to have you. Glad to have
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
you.
Okay, so let me pull that up so Ken can get started with that. Share.
Oh, and I shared you on my community wall too.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well,
We appreciate it.
while she's bringing that up, let me go over a few things. Um, before you begin this IRS tax estimator, there's a few things that you're going to need in order to make sure that you fill this out properly and correctly. The better you fill it out, the more accurate you fill it out, the more accurate the results will be toward the end of this presentation. So you'll know exactly where you're staying. So before you begin, you want to make sure you have your most recent pay stub. Um, if you're single, if you're married, make sure you have yours and your spouse pay stub readily available so you can plug in these numbers. Uh, Also, gather information from your other sources of income that you may have, like if you have a part-time job or something along that line. Make sure you have those information also. And it also suggests that you have a copy of your most recent income tax handy, which you really don't have to have that, but if you do, they'll just make you fill it out more accurately. And so people always ask, why do I have to use the estimator? I did this when I first got on my job, 5 years ago. Why do I have to do it again? Well, the IRS encourage everyone to use the tax estimator to perform like a paycheck checkup. So this will help you make sure you have the right amount of taxes withheld from your check, so you won't have too much or too less taken out. Um, if you have too little taken out, you might be facing an unexpected tax bill. Um, when you file your income tax. But everybody's tax situation is different. Everybody's not the same. So, um, some people, like getting a big refund. They like Uncle Sam, holding their money and making money off their money. And then some people they like to break even. They like to get a break even analysis where they don't owe too much or they don't get back too much. Or some people, they like big refunds, So big refunds, or they want a tax bill. They want all their money and they'll just rather save and invest their money and pay back at the end of the year. So like I say, everybody's different. Everybody thought process is a little different, but you still can use this as a basis in order to find out exactly where you stand or where you want to be when it's time to fill out your income tax at the end of the year.
Okay.
Okay, so I got that out the way. And okay, so now we're going to get into the tax withholding estimator. You can find this under the IRS.gov website. If you go under the search, you can type in tax withholding estimator, and the little link will come up, and you can click. So, um, if you have other people in your household, people that you're trying to help them out, that's where you can get this estimator at. So, okay, step number one, filing status. Okay, it's asking for the filing status that you use for your tax return. Um, I know some people put single for the job, but they actually on the tax return they actually do married. So it's asking you to put what you do on your tax return.
Okay. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just gonna put in that it's the head of household, meaning that it's a single person that has a child.
Okay. So we're gonna do the head of household.
So Ken, could you tell them what head of household is and how much is the standard on that one?
Well, head of household means that you're not married, and that you have a dependent um that is living with you over 6 month period within a year.
Okay.
Um, the standard deduction is for singles like 12,500 for head of household, which is like 18,000. So it adds another 6,000. For a married is 24,000. So
Okay.
so head of household just puts you makes your standard deduction a little bit more than single, but less than you are married.
Hmm.
Um, so once you clear head of household, another line will pop up. You say, may another taxpayer claim you as a dependent on this tax return? And for most people, it's normally no. So what they're asking is, if you're a college student, your parents still claim you as a dependent because they help you pay for college, then you would click yes. But if you claim yourself, you work, you got your own money, you stay, um, you doing your own thing, you would click no. That no one
Okay.
dependents. It says it says how many dependents do you anticipate claiming on your tax return this year? Uh, as far as dependents, dependents of course is your child, or children that you may have. It also can be in adults that you're taking care of. You could be taking care of your mom, or your parents, or grandparents, or um, in certain situations, you could be taking care of a family member, nieces and nephews. But whatever the case may be, you would want to put the number of dependents that you anticipate claiming for your tax return. So we're going to put two.
Right.
Okay, so there's two dependents, and then income. Now it's asking about income. It said, do you or will you hold a job this year with paychecks from which your federal income tax is regularly withheld? So if you have a job, whether it's full time or part time, you will click yes for that particular box. Okay, the next one is, how many jobs do you expect to hold this year? Um, one, if you just have, 1 9 to 5, or, if you got a part time or something you do on the weekend, just click the appropriate box. We're going to put one for this presentation. We're going to click one. Okay. Next box is they're asking about your pension. It said, will you receive income from a pension this year? Pension is if you retired, you start collecting your 401k. That's considered a pension, um, or it's a company sponsored pension. If you're starting to get into my kind of pension, you will click yes. But probably for 80% of the people that's listening to this, probably be no.
Okay.
Okay. And then other, it said check all that applies to your current situation. Will you be receiving Social Security benefits? Um, receive scholarships or grants if you're in school, if you're getting a higher education? Will you collect unemployment compensation? Um, I know in 2020, if you did last year, well, we're doing it for 2021, so we really don't know. So you really don't know if you're going to be collecting unemployment compensation. That's why I wouldn't check it. Any net income from self-employment. Um, this is, if you're doing my econ, you kind of know what your income is going to be. You can click that box, and you're receiving investment income such as dividend and interest. If you got stocks, bonds, or crypto, and you don't reinvest your dividends, and you're gonna receive it as income, you can check that box. Okay. Have you had taxes withheld or made estimate tax payments for income such as dividends, interest, distribution from my IRA? Um, so what they're saying here is if you took a a withdrawal from your 401k or pension, anything like that, you had taxes withheld, you would check that box. Um, when you take money out, well, not last year because of corona virus going on, they um they didn't penalize you to 10% um for um for early withdrawal, but you did have to pay tax on that money. So if you had taxes withheld, you would check that box. And then if you have any other income like annuities, alimonies, distributions from IRAs, 401k or whatever, you can check that box there.
Okay, so for this example, are we checking anything?
Um, no, we can leave this. We can leave that. We can leave this
Okay.
blank. And for demographics, I will be 65 or older on January 1st, 2022. If you are going to be 65, you check that box, and then if you are blind, you would check that box. So we'll leave both of those blank. Okay, then to click on next. Now it's talking about your income and withholdings. Um, so your job. You say, do you expect to hold this job the entire year, January 1st through December 31st? So that's that can vary. Most people, yes, but if you just starting a new job, it's March. What is it? March now. So if you just starting in March or whatever, you would click no because it's already passed. They asking from January to December. So if you've been there from the beginning to the end, you can click yes on that. So we're gonna click yes.
Or if you get fired a lot, you can click no.
Yeah. If you get fired and gotta start another job, yeah, you click no on that. So then it asks you, how do you get paid, or how often do you get paid? Either weekly, every 2 weeks, twice a month. Military twice a month, first and 15. Teachers usually once a month. Um, Everybody else probably every 2 weeks, or some jobs is weekly. So we're gonna do every 2 weeks. Okay. On what date did your most recent pay period end? Most of them end on Sunday, so we're gonna use what's the date is? Today is
The fourth
the day is the 4th. So uh,
Sunday would have been
February
20th.
the 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll use February the 28th as that date.
Okay.
Okay, let me type it into 28. Okay, so it said enter the total wages you expect to receive this year. We're gonna say um,
I put 47,000.
47. Okay, we'll go
Mm-hmm.
with 47. Okay. Enter any bonuses. Have you already received bonus? Most people know, so we can leave it blank or either put zero. Expect to receive a bonus. Not everybody receives a bonus, but we'll just leave the bonus part blank.
Okay.
And then it says using your last paycheck statement, enter the federal income tax withheld. So if you're making 47,000, you probably bring in probably about 35 a check before taxes. So you're probably paying about, we'll say $500. Um, you probably will say $500 every 2 weeks. That's probably a lot.
So year
Let's
to
say,
date, that would mean like if it's 500 every 2 weeks and it's already been like for this year a good 4 pay periods. So
yeah.
it would be like 2,000.
Yeah, so yeah, okay, we'll go with the 500. So twice a month, and so that's 4 times in February. So yeah, so we'll put 2,000 for a
Okay.
year to date,
All right.
and it put for its pay period we use the 500. 500 per pay period, 20,000 year to date. But if you're doing this, like I say, that's why I mentioned you want to have your pay stub in front of you already available, so you can get the accurate information from your pay stub, and you won't have to guess. And that way, you have a more accurate estimation as we get to the end. So make sure you have a copy of your last pay stub, not the one you
Right.
got in January. Make sure you have your last one.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it said, did you or will you contribute to a tax deferred retirement account as 401k? So we'll put yes.
Okay.
How much do you anticipate on contributing in a year? So making 47,000. If you do 10%, that's 40. We'll do 10%, so that's 4,700.
Okay.
And did you or will you contribute to a health service account, FSA, pre-tax child care account, or cafeteria plan? Um, we'll do no. We'll check no on that one.
Okay.
Okay. Then we hit the next button, and this is adjustment to income. So most taxpayers don't have a large enough adjustment to have a significant impact on their tax obligation. So we're just gonna go to the next step on this one.
Okay.
Well, or do y'all want to go through and just see what it looks like?
You can
We
always
can
wait to the end.
to go through that part.
Yeah, when it say adjustments to income, you can always plug in a number on the edit part at the end, but it's
Okay.
totally up to you, Ken, how you want to do it.
Okay. Well, let's just look at it right fast. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, hit C adjustments. Yeah. So it asking about student loan interest deduction, educator expense deductions. Like I know for the educator expense deduction, the maximum amount is $250, and this is pretty much a school teacher that goes out and buy their own supplies for their students in their class.
Okay.
Um, contributions to our deductions for contribution to IRA, health savings account deduction. So if you're contributing to those, you can plug those numbers in. Moving expense for armed services, alimony paid out, penalty from early withdrawal of savings from your 401, and certain business credit for reservists. Like if you're in the military reserves, you get to you can write a mile that you drive to the reserve center for getting uniform clean and stuff like that. Um, so that's just some adjustments to the income. So if any of that pertains to you, you can fill in those amounts,
Okay.
and then we'll hit the next. Now they're talking about deductions from income. Deduction reduce the amount of the income subject to income tax. Most taxpayers take the standard deduction, which is single, which is like 12.5, 18.5 for head household, and 24 for if you're married. Then they ask, would you like to take the standard deduction or itemized? So let's look at itemized real fast.
Okay.
Now, when this was changed, when Trump got in office, he raised the standard deduction, so people could itemize less. So if you didn't have a lot to itemize, it benefits you that he raised the standard deduction because that lessens that drops your taxable income. But if you do have a lot of expenses, you can plug in those numbers, and if you claim to hit a household and your deduction is over 18,000, then you use the higher of the two.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if
Okay.
you got a lot of medical dental expenses, you put that in. Qualified interest, like you get a charity, like you pay tithes to your church or you give to your local charity, you put that in. Casualty losses, like if you had a fire or something at your home, you want to claim the losses for that, and you can put that in there, and other itemized deduction. But 9.5 out of 10 times, um, you're gonna take the standard deduction because it's gonna offer you the best to minimizing or reducing your income. So we'll just hit next on this one.
Okay.
And then it talks about tax credit. Okay, based on your inputs, you qualify for tax credit for your dependents. Um, tax credits are amounts you subtract directly from your tax obligation. Yes, do you want to learn more? So yeah, let's see some tax credits.
Okay.
Okay, so um, I'm not gonna dive deep in, but we just go over the main screen here. So child independent care related like daycare, Um, that can be you can put in the information for tax credit, education. If you're paying for school, you can use the education retirement 401. Business and like if you have energy efficient vehicles, you can write off. Um, you have tax credit for driving hybrids and electric cars. You get tax credit.
Hmm.
Uh, you have different types of business credit. Let's see what they say on the education. Da da da. You have the on the education. You have the American Opportunity Credit or the Lifetime Learning Credit. I know if you have a dependent in college, uh, for the first 4 years, they're able to take the American Opportunity Credit. And if you're graduated or you just taking classes, you can use the Lifetime Learning Credit. So you can put those amounts in there, which will varies depending on how much you're paying for your dependents to go to school. So those are just a few tax credits that is subtracted directly from your tax obligation. So we hit next. Hit the
Okay.
next slide. Okay, so now we're at the tax withholding estimate of the results page. Okay, so as you can see, it says your results, and then it kind of breaks it down. Your expected tax withholding. Um, it says if you do not change your withholding, you are likely to get a refund. So with all the information that it puts in there, it'll let you know whether you're anticipating getting a refund or you're anticipating on. So for this particular example, we're getting a refund of actually $10,961. That's a lot of money to get back. But that's the estimated overpayment that you would have paid if all this information was correct. And
So
then
basically, if this person leaves it like this, the government is going to be holding their close to 11,000 until they do their taxes the following year.
right, because this shows the estimated overpayments on what the anticipated tax obligation is only $1,540
So they really
based on the
overpaying.
information, but they're actually being withheld $12,500 out of their check. Depends on according to the information that we put in. So you can see the big difference. Almost $11,000 difference. So they're getting back a real huge refund. So that's why it's so important um, to do a update or even file a new W-4 so you can see exactly where you stand. If you put in all the correct information, you can see your anticipated tax obligation. Then you can see how much um, you expected that your employee will be taking out your check, and you can adjust it accordingly.
And
Depends
so,
on.
so on the other hand, okay, they were only obligated to do 1,539. So if they were only getting, let's say, 500 taken out, that means they're gonna owe the remaining instead of getting a refund, right?
Right. If the expected tax withholding was only $500 and your obligation is $1,500, so you would be short about $1,000. So you would have to pay. Um, you'd be paying $1,000.
Okay, so that's
So
good. That's good information to know. It's like you already know what
yeah,
you what to expect next April.
right. So pretty much in January, you can know in January what your tax bill or what your how much you can anticipate paying, for
Hmm.
the end of the year, so you can just adjust it accordingly. And so as we go down, it asks you, are you happy with your results? Results. If you are, which I wouldn't be happy with it because they're
Hmm.
taking too much money. Um, to the percentage is too big. You taking,
Hmm.
you know, 1,200%, more than you should be taking. So no, I'm not happy with it. And said, but if you are, then you don't need to do anything. But if you
Right.
wanted to adjust your results, as you can see, there's a sliding scale. Uh, The left side says zero, and the right side says $10,961 because that's the anticipated amount anticipated amount that you'll be paying for the year. So you can just highlight over and you can slide this estimator down to whatever you want to pay. Just say, hey, I only want to pay, $6,600, or I only want to pay $4,400, or you can take it all the way to zero. You
Right.
know, I
Which
don't want to
means
pay.
you getting all your money.
Right. So we're gonna put it. We'll say, okay, I want to pay 2,000. Let's try to get close to 2,000 as we can. I got the 2,200. Where can you get? Okay, yeah, we'll do 2,200.
Okay.
So for a refund, so this sliding scale is approximately the refund that you want to receive, that you would like to receive, instead of getting back $10,000, almost $11,000 return. Say, hey, I only want to get back $2,200, and I want the other $8,000+ to be in my check. I want to get that percentage every 2 weeks instead of waiting to the end of the year to let the IRS just hold my money. I want to I want to get my money. I want to get my money during the year.
Right.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a second. My computer, it want to act slow. Okay, so um, and then it says, okay, the approximately refund be $2,200. Your job annual pre-tax wages, we came up with $47,000. Um, okay, so it says to get your desired refund amount, you'll need $62 withheld from each paycheck, $430 less than your current tax withholding. So what they're saying, to get to your desired refund amount, which is the $2,200, you only need $62 taken out for your federal tax on your every 2 week check. But if you left it like it was, if you didn't just say, okay, I want to keep getting the same amount taken, um, it would have been 6, 7, 8, 9. It'd been almost $500. Well, actually $500. Um, Without doing anything, it would have been $500 taken out your biweekly check for federal taxes. But by
Mm-hmm.
adjusting this sliding scale down to 2,200, you only need to take out $62. So you're saving $430 every 2 weeks. So you're saving almost $900 a month. That money is going directly into your pocket instead of
Mm-hmm.
going to Uncle Sam. So this is one of the main principles that my econ teaches as far as his new associates, how to get a raise without asking your boss for a raise. So
Absolutely.
by doing this W-4, you're able to give yourself a raise,
Mm-hmm.
and a substantial amount of raise according to this this example we have going on. $900 a month, almost $500 every 2 weeks. Hey, you know that's a nice chunk of money. You can put into savings, 401k, buy some stocks, or grow your business. But you can do a lot with $500, extra $500 every 2 weeks.
And see,
Absolutely.
that was the exact scenario that happened with me when I did this. Of course, it wasn't this newfangled fancy form back then, but when I went in and made the adjustments after starting the business, I actually started seeing an extra 400 and some dollars every paycheck.
Mm.
Right. So Ken, could you show them how, if you added some business deductions, how would how it would increase your refund? Could you show that in the editing at the bottom?
Hold on
I
one
think
second.
it's a section at the bottom where you can edit um, something. You can change stuff.
I see it. I got it up.
Okay.
Which
So
one? That's the
you can
income and withholding or deduction.
I can't really see it.
Let's
Maybe
see.
is it adjustments?
Is it too small?
Yeah, it may be the adjustment. So if you added an extra $5,000 or $10,000 worth of deductions, you can plug it in and it should recalculate. I think you had to use the reserve part.
Okay, for adjustment to income, you can hold on. That's for alimony.
Yeah,
Say,
that's more like the other ones.
wait a minute,
Would
hold on.
I think it probably be deductions, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
itemized.
doesn't have business deductions. I think they normally use the reservist block at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay. Uh,
Because under deductions, it's got other itemized deductions.
Okay, they somewhat changed it at the end of the last month.
Uh-huh.
da, da, da.
So
So
it
yeah,
so
let's try up on the reserves.
okay.
Let's go into that one and and we'll put a
So this
number in there. I think that was adjustments, wasn't it?
yeah.
Hmm.
Adjustments, and then here it says certain business credits for reservists, performing artists, and fee-based government officials.
Okay, so just let's just say um you have a home based business. We use my econ, um and you're taking out for your going and meeting different clients, miles, food. You're going out to dinner. I mean, you're taking them out for business meeting. Um,
Well, first and foremost, we can take out the $34.95 a month that we're paying because that's a deduction.
yeah. So that's
I got my
so that's
calculator.
three. This right at 400, close to $400.
Let me see.
So on an average for the year, somebody that just joined the business is going to easily have at least $4,000 to $6,000 worth of deduction based on all of the things that Ken mentioned was your cell phone, utilities, going out to eat. So anybody can easily get anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000. So that's kind of like the normal, without having to go into detail about all the different things that you can write off.
Right. So let's plug in. We'll plug in $6,000.
Okay. So
Okay.
this $6,000 is the total from the deductions we've business deductions we've
For the
acquired
year.
over the year.
Right. Right. For the year.
Okay.
Okay. Then we can hit next, and then we should be able to go to results.
Okay.
So if you look at your results, your expected tax withholding is still the same, 12.5. Now your anticipated tax obligation, remember it was um what 1,100.
Mm-hmm.
It was 1,100. So now your anticipated tax obligation has dropped to $819. So that's almost a $300. Um, uh,
More.
right, your tax obligation went down, but your estimated overpayment is
Right.
11,600
Right.
now. Instead, I think it was 10.9 on the last one. Now your
Mm-hmm.
overpayment is like 11.6.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did that, then you can do the sliding scale again. Um,
Okay.
let's try to get it back to 22.
No, it's only going to
Okay,
18 or 24.
okay, we do the 24.
Okay.
Okay, so now your approximate refund to be 2,400. Your job pre taxes is 47. Okay, let's open this up. Um, okay, da da da. Wait a minute. Okay, so here is telling you this when once you expand is how to adjust your withholding It'll tell you exactly what to put on each particular line of your W-4 that you're going to turn into HR. So um, you can check. You can do it online, or either do it on paper. You select head of household, which is line one. Um, you will enter 1,600 for credits and other reduction amount to annual withholding. That'll be on line three. Um, and this is the annual amount by which to reduce the withholding below the standard withholding that would be withheld from each paycheck for this particular job. So, um, so
So
this would be a you have your standard withholdings. Um, so now they'll subtract the 1,600 from the standard withholdings for this particular job, and so that's the number you would enter on the sheet, the $1,601.
so we went from paying 500 a month, 500 a paycheck for taxes before, to now we're getting a refund of $2,400, and we're only paying $36 for taxes a pay period.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like them numbers.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's why you want to fill it out. You want the numbers to be as approximately to be as close to accurate as possible. That way you get a accurate, complete picture on what your tax situation look like during the year, and also at the end of the year when you do your tax return. So you went from $464 less than your current tax withholding. So like I said, that's still over $900. So you can do a lot. You can do a lot with that $900.
Man,
Right.
that's great. That's great.
And
Okay.
so if you go down a little bit more, like say that block, the how to adjust your withholding, it shows you which block you put what information in. So um,
Right.
when you turn
On
into
your
your HR, you'll know what to put where. It's a little different. The old form, which pretty much all of us did for 20, 30 years, where you can put 1 through 99 as far as dependents and stuff like that. That's no longer applicable with this particular form. So the best thing to do uh, is to do the estimator. So if you start a new job, you're not sure exactly what to put in there. You can change it. Like uh, you can leave it blank and change it, or you can put something in and then go back and change it. But once you find out like your rate of pay and all that type stuff, or after you get your first check and you'll see how much they're taking out, then you can go back and do this estimator, plug in all the information, and then you can resubmit your W-4. You can submit unlimited amount of W-4. So if you can do it every month if you wanted to. As
Right.
mm,
long as the HR don't kick you out for coming back every month, but
Mm-hmm.
or you either can do it online. So, like say, if you start a new job, you're not sure, you can leave it blank, or you can just put some in. Then after the first check, you can go back in and put in the correct information and fill it out correctly, and then you'll know what to put on each particular line.
That's great. Good information, Ken. So, what a lot of people are doing right now is they don't know, they're gonna put their name and put their filing status down, and that way people are literally overpaying their taxes because they never put a dollar amount in, and they're gonna take that
Right.
information and say, okay, you single, get back to work.
Yeah.
So by you not filling it out, you just pretty much saying take what you want.
See, right when you hit single, just say you put single and you put nothing else on there.
Hmm.
There's a standard number amount that they're going to take out because
Right.
you have no adjustments.
Right.
So they're going to take out their amount, and if you remember saying, it'll be $800 less than the standard amount. So
Hmm.
as you start putting in numbers, that number go down. But if you just leave it blank, you don't have a standard number. And
Right.
when you file your return, you have all these deductions. Yeah, you'll get a refund, but hey, why have Uncle Sam just hold on to your money when you can
Hmm.
hold on to your money? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can invest your own money. You don't, they don't pay no interest no way. You get
Right.
1% out of savings,
Mm-hmm.
a half percent if you got a money market or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. So you can
Mm-hmm.
take that money every 2 weeks and do something with it instead of just having them holding it. So you definitely want to get your pay stub. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to go line by line, answer each question
Right.
as best you can. If you're not sure, one of the things I try to do with my clients after we do their tax return, if they want to go over their W-4, we can take their tax return, get their pay stub, and kind of go over it, and make sure that they get, try to find out what they want to do first. Some people
Mm-hmm.
want a refund. Some people want to pay a little bit. Some people want to break even. So it depends on the person what they want to do. So if you
Mm-hmm.
tell me, say, hey, I want to break even. If I do, I don't mind paying a little bit. Or if I get a little bit back, I'm cool. So with that information, we can plug in these numbers and try to get it close to what they want. And uh, and then you want to do this every year. You just don't want to do it, now and then wait 3-4 years before you change again. You want to do a checkup, every
Right.
year. Right after you do your taxes or right before
Mm-hmm.
you do your tax, you want to do it every year to make sure that, it's in line to what you're trying to do.
Man, that's great, man. Hey, I gotta plug in the founder of this company. He always say that my econ is self-funded. So if you guys can see that one person can be overpaying about 5 to $1,000 a month. A lot of people don't have the money to pay off debt, but you're giving it away. A lot of people don't have the money to pay all their bills at the time, but you're giving it away. So if you're getting that money back into your paycheck, you should never be late on no payments. You should never be behind on no debt. Man, the
Right.
money that
Mm-hmm.
you're giving away is your seed money. So you have to use that seed money for your own personal gain and not allow Uncle Sam to hold it all year, like Ken say, because you giving the government an interest-free loan,
Right.
right? So
Right.
that's the best way. We are self-funded. My econ is self-funded. We're teaching you how to control your own money. That's how powerful
Exactly.
this is.
So just take this for example. Let me give you a scenario, give you an example. You come through, you're doing you did your W-4, well, you just did your W-4. You listen to this podcast. Hmm. Let me go do my W-4. So you go in there, you plug your number. Wow, I'm overpaying $300. Let me change some numbers. So
Mm-hmm.
now your next check, your very next check, you're gonna have an extra $300 in your check. So what do
Mm-hmm.
you do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go out and create another bill?
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, I got $300 in the ball out, I'm going out. No. If 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 you've been surviving without that $300, you take that newly minute three hundred
Right,
dollars, three big head hundred, the big head
right,
hundred you finna get, and
right.
you take that and you apply it, whether you use the snowball effect or you use reverse snowball effect.
Mm-hmm.
Pay
That's,
down
that's
on it.
exactly what I did. I took mine and paid off one credit card at a time
Yeah,
until
Mm-hmm.
I paid everything off. And it only took about, I'm gonna say 8 or 9 months.
right.
Mm.
And
And
you
then
can
after 8 or 9 months, that extra 800 I had coming in, you know, I had to invest. I mean, I could
Mm-hmm.
have spent it, but it's better to invest than to blow it.
Right.
yeah,
So
because with that
Yeah.
snowball effect, you can start with your smallest bill, couple of hundred
Mm-hmm.
dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, you paying $200 on this bill. Once you pay that off, you take that 200, add it to the other $100 with the other bill. So now you paying
Mm-hmm.
300, and
Right.
just keep snowballing,
Yeah.
right,
snowballing
Mm-hmm.
because it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to invest when you got other obligations. Like
Right. Yeah.
you know, you only if you only can invest, you got $800 in bills. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
hard to invest, $200-300 because you got the other $800 in bills. So
Right.
if you
Right.
knock
Right.
those $800 out, so now you have potential of $1,000 a month that you
Yeah.
can use that money to uh, for your business,
Mm-hmm.
expand your business, grow your business,
Right.
invest, mutual funds, stocks, and all that type of stuff. So
So
it's a lot easier to do that
so
stuff.
we got to ask you guys what other businesses can teach you how to control your own money. People think that this business is about recruiting. You got to go out and get a bunch of people in your business, but really the only person you need in your business is you, because you're actually having extra money to be able to do something with it. And once you learn it, you share it with other people. And if you want to build a business, then I would recommend you do that, because business ownership is where it's at. You get a lot of perks becoming a business owner. So just
Right.
sharing your story, like me and Melissa and Ken, hey, I got an extra 460. I took the money, paid off some debt. Hey, I invested it for me and my daughter. So everybody builds their own testimony. Hey, I took some money, paid off a bunch of debt. It's powerful enough. So that's gonna make somebody want to do what you did. And all you got to do is just share the program, share the membership, and don't try to sell them a business because business scare people.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can do it.
And
It's
and the piggyback on the piggyback on what you just said, there's a lot of home based business out there. You can
Mhm,
sell, you can
mhm.
recruit, whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's very few that teach you, that shows you um, what to do when you make the money.
yeah,
Like you can sell Tupperware and be
yeah,
good. Mary Kay, you can sell Mary Kay all day. You can be
yeah.
making good money, Mary Kay.
Right.
But Mary Kay doesn't teach you. Okay, part of making money
I used to do
is
Mary
use
Kay.
that money is
Yeah.
using part of making money. Part of the money that you make is going to come from your tax return.
Tax savings. Yeah.
Yeah, from
Mhm.
your tax savings, from your tax planning. So yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
you make you make 10,000 doing Mary Kay, so now it's tax time.
Mm-hmm.
So they not telling you, okay, all the miles you put in, you selling products, you got to go
Mm-hmm.
drop them off,
Yeah.
you got to mail
Nope,
them,
they didn't
all
tell
Right.
us
that
none of
stuff.
that.
So,
Yeah.
See
so they're
them?
not teaching
Money
you
left on the table.
there's
They
money
didn't
Mm-hmm.
left
tell
on
us
the
none of
table,
that.
and
Mm-hmm.
And
that
let me segue right here and do kill two birds with one stone because another income that I think people be sleeping on is like YouTubers, like the hood
Oh
table
yeah.
here. Because
Yeah.
YouTubers that are monetized, they're getting a check, they're getting a 1099. So all of
Mm-hmm.
these deductions that we're talking about, they could be using them too. And while I'm here, let me just shout out all my new YouTube friends that tuned in.
Yep. And hello to
So
everybody in the chat. I see S. Hutchinson in the chat.
right.
Hey.
M. Bernadette, Dre
Yes.
Day.
Great
man,
day.
I need to get me a YouTube page.
You do.
Yes,
I
you
got one.
do. I be telling
Yeah.
everybody to get a YouTube channel. I do. I tell everybody.
And
You
let
got a
me
talent, you
say,
got a skill,
we're
get a
trying to
YouTube
get
channel.
Tony up to 40 YouTube, 40 people. He's
You got
trying to
a
do 10
channel,
in a week.
Tony?
I do.
You know what? Did I subscribe to your channel? I think I did subscribe to your
You
channel.
did.
Yeah,
So
Thank
I
y'all
you.
did.
please help a
I think
brother
I
out.
gotta
He's
go on.
struggling.
You can have one more dog.
I'm struggling.
Once we get through, I'm gonna go. I tried to do
Yeah,
it,
Ken Lee.
but
What's up, Ken? No,
I'm gonna
no
give me
channel.
one. I'm getting a YouTube channel. I don't know what
Hey,
I'm talking
hey,
about.
hey,
Wait
maybe
a
we can bring
minute.
you on. Maybe we can bring
Sincerely
the
yours,
hood table
Nadia.
on
Thank you for
to help
coming.
us understand it. How to build your YouTube page. How do you
I
build it?
can help. I got like 5 channels. And I
Okay.
Yeah,
got
please do.
2 of them are monetized. I'm working on getting the other 3 monetized. But one of my channels is called Don't Be Afraid to YouTube. And it's a lot of tutorials on there.
Oh,
You're working StreamYard and YouTube and all kind of stuff. So yeah, that's one of my channels.
okay. We gotta
Then
have you
then
back
she has
on. We gotta
she
use
has
that.
a channel where she bakes the cakes and stuff. You still do that
Oh
one?
yeah, I'm a personal custom cake decorator. So I do live cake decorating on my one of my other channels.
Okay.
So
Oh,
she
Awesome.
okay,
should
okay.
be you about to be rich.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to. My taxes next year gonna be. Man, they be getting me. They be getting me.
Well, they
Hey,
should be
we,
because you
hey,
like ultra
we gonna work
entrepreneur.
on that.
Right.
Yeah, you have to work. You have to because this year I already. Well, this year I owe 1,600, and that was just for federal. And
Okay, okay.
I didn't already made like 16K the first 2 months of this year. So
Wow.
I don't really get anything back at the end of the year, and I can't really file my children because it don't matter, even though there's one left at home. Because what you get back is not even worth me. I don't still get anything back because I owe so much. So I had my
Hmm.
20-year-old file himself, and that way he at least get a couple thousand, because when I file, it doesn't even help. So
Okay.
yeah, I just be like working to pay Uncle Sam, but oh well.
No, 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 no.
Mm.
Like Andre Stinson, shout out to Andre. He got on here now. Learn the rules, master the game. So you
Yep,
shouldn't
that's right,
be
Dre.
They
Oh
should be
yeah.
paying you. And we invited you back because you had some good questions for us on Tuesday. Do you have any today based on you know,
Well, one of the questions that I had was as far as like being self-employed or working from home or whatnot, but do you have to have your receipts? Like a lot of times I buy stuff and I don't always keep my receipts. So when you're a small business, is it as important to keep your receipts as is if you're a big business?
Well, actually, it is.
Mhm.
And as far as
I can answer
receipts,
that.
as far as receipts, they have that the cash flow manager, which is part of my econ.
That's what I
And
was gonna
what
say.
you
You need
what you
that
can
cash flow
do,
manager.
what you can do, as you're sitting at their restaurant table and they bring the ticket, you can go ahead and take a picture of it right
Okay.
then and there and put in the amount, and it's saved in your phone. So you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to worry about the ink disappearing. You left in the car, you get it, it's just a
Mhm.
blank sheet of paper. Or
Mhm.
you or you
Mhm. I
you
have a
know
drawer that's full of receipts and they be like faded by the next year.
Yeah.
right. So you
Mhm.
can do that as you get the receipts to go ahead and put it in there. So
Right.
the cash flow manager is a good tool. Is a good tool to have, and then you can use
And
it to track mileage also. So
Oh,
you can
yeah,
hit that
big.
button. You can hit that
Yeah.
button. Hey, I'm going to drop out the Mary Kay. Hit that button, and then you hit it again when you come back,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then to calculate your mileage and all that stuff.
Yeah, I used to do Mary Kay, but I wasn't too good at it,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
I stopped doing that a while ago. But my other question was, I seen something about self-employment taxes because I literally just start my own small business last year.
that's what you think.
So self-employment taxes, does that apply if it's just you?
Um, yeah, it's for the individual. It's like for us, like MyCon is an additional business. So a lot of our taxes are paid through our 9 to 5, and so we don't have to worry about self employment tax because
Okay.
so if you just was a strictly business owner, you just 1099 and then have your own business, yeah, you would have to pay that self employment tax.
Yeah, the 1099. I had to file one, two, three. I had to file three 1099s because last year I had like four hustles. And three of them was 1099s, and I was so confused filling those things out.
And
I was so confused. I'm like, oh my god, what? Then I was filing all these for my meals and stuff because I'm like, oh, they said I can file my meals. Then I read where it has to be like a business meeting meal.
yeah,
I
But
was
you
there
know
filing
what?
all my lunches.
yeah.
I'm about to
So
say any meal can be a business meal if you turn it into one. Like if you talk about your business and
But
use
if it's
that
just, it was
term.
just like me.
But yeah, just say like you and your husband, you and your some guy, I don't know your marriage status, but when you go
I'm
out to eat,
single,
okay.
single,
So when you
looking for a victim, but that's a whole nother show.
Victim.
so
That's a
so
whole
when
nother
you
show.
go so when you go out to eat, even if he paying, say, hey, let me take a picture of that right there. Let me take a picture of that receipt. So you take a picture of it.
Yeah.
So you're at a business meeting. So
I
you
have a
you're
friend who
talking
used
like
to do
this.
that to me, and I had no idea what she was
What he's
doing. She
doing.
always was
Right.
trying to take a picture of my receipt, and I'm like, "What
Exactly.
are you doing?" She had like a, she was a cook, like a personal chef or something. She
Right.
had a
Hmm.
food truck and stuff. I'm like, "Girl, don't be taking advantage of me." But okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cause
once you
like
like I
it,
say, once you get that
we
cash flow
we
manager, you set it up, you do all your categories, dining out, mileage, utilities,
even the tip.
Vacation.
tip,
Vacation.
and vacation, and so
Yeah.
it's already categorized. You hit that button, boom, take that picture, and it's in there.
And then
And
mm,
like even if you don't want to do it right then, when you put it in there, you know the receipts got all the information that you need, like the date, the location, and everything.
hmm,
So if when you get ready to actually put the information in, you got everything you need.
okay.
I don't
So if
think
I
I
was to
don't think
like,
no business owner should have to pay, especially if you're learning how to write off your lifestyle. No business owner should have to pay taxes if you're doing it the right way.
okay, yeah, it really took. I mean, I have to admit, it really took my Because of course I did my personal and then my 1099s. It did take what I owed down when I was claiming stuff like utilities, cell phone, internet, like my new microphone, my new this, my new computer. It did take like it down, but like as far as when you said vacation, if I was to like the Essence Festival, I'm not going this year because of CVD-19. But if I was to go there, I could like file my plane
Right.
ticket, my rental car, hotel, if I was to cover that and stuff for the hood table.
Yeah, plan to
Right.
meet somebody and talk about business. That's what you should do.
Okay.
Email
Yeah.
somebody and say, meet me down at the such and such. Hey, I want to talk to you about my new product. Or email or
I'm
text.
like, Melissa, you want to go somewhere?
Right. I mean, cause like in 2017, I think that's the last time I did like a good bit of traveling. And I think I've told this story before. Like we were going to Miami, you know, to do some other things, but at the same time, when I went down there, I called up all of my friends and stuff that I used to work with. We all went out to lunch. I paid for the lunch. I passed out information about what I do and the opportunities. And, based on that, the trip was a business trip. So
Mhm.
I was able to write off the plane tickets, parking at the airport, rental car, meals, um, whatever,
Right.
hotel, the hotel fee. And all that was legitimate business expense because when I went to Miami, I conducted business.
Mhm.
And then with the cash flow manager, instead of trying to remember, oh, what did I do? Did I go on this trip? Da da da. If it's already in there, all you do is print it out. You print out the sheet and it has everything on there. So all you have to do is and I like it when you use the cash flow manager because it makes my job a whole lot easier. But all the
Yeah, I
totals at the
need something
bottom,
like
so
that.
you can just kind of oh my bad. But you can all the totals are there. You know what you did in that year, and you just plug in those numbers.
Mhm.
Like you can break it down like advertising, all the
Right.
stuff you see on your schedule C. You can have a category for everything you see on that schedule C. So
Hmm.
Hmm.
what you do is just thumb through it, find that category, hit it, take the picture, and when you print it out, hey, everything's on there. All you do is put those numbers in there. You save yourself 3-4 hours of
Yeah, I need
paperwork.
to do that because I was literally like, what did I buy last year? Dang, I can't remember. It was something I bought for my business, and I literally had to scroll through my phone like
You'll find
month
it.
after
Yeah.
month, all the way to last
Yeah.
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And even with my plates, I had to scroll all the way down to see what I paid last year on my. It took me forever, and I'm still not done with the
See,
taxes.
I'm
Like,
guilty. I'm guilty of not updating like as often as I should, which
Mm.
is why my tax man over there, Mr. Kenneth Lee, gets my tax information 5 minutes before midnight, and then I be texting, you did it yet? You finished it? How it turn out?
Uh, yeah, and then too, you can use it for multiple business. So it's not
Right.
just for my econ. You can
Yeah,
use
that'd be
it.
good for you,
You can put
Hood
like
Table.
5,
Yeah,
6,
because you
10
got
business
about
in there.
five.
All you do
Yeah,
is hit your cake
create new,
decorating, hit
create
cake
new.
decorating, bought some icing. Da da
Yeah,
da. Take that picture.
yeah, and I might be doing something else because there's a guy here in town who's looking for a partner for a cake cake truck. You know, like the food trucks. He's
yeah.
Yeah.
trying to do a dessert truck. So I'm thinking about talking to him about that, venturing off with him about that. But I just be trying to have. Hey, I'm a believer of having more than
Yeah,
one source of
Multiple
income.
streams.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Multiple,
Oh yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
Ed Hutchinson says, my friend writes off everything. I wouldn't be surprised if she wrote off the air that she breathes. I'm not mad at her.
That's pretty good.
That's
Uh,
look, that's business out.
Ooh,
That's right.
yeah, I need
Especially if
an
you're
L for
paying
my
for it.
business.
Right.
Hey, ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Ain't
I
nothing
That's
need
wrong with
that
right.
that.
how to conduct my business.
I know, especially this time of the year when the air is so putrid. The CBD-19 going around. Shoot,
Oh
I
yeah.
need some credits.
But I feel you on your whole tax thing, Tanya, because like I said, before I started doing my home based business, I rent, so I didn't have all of the people always write off the house stuff. And then I had a child, but she wasn't in daycare, so I
See, that's
wasn't.
and once they get so old, it's like it's not even worth it. I just be telling my boys, find your own stuff. Y'all get more money back than I do. Dude, I filed them and
And
they don't get
then,
nothing. I don't get nothing.
and then, I learned also because my child was so young. And if you have a child that's under 18, why am I echoing? If you have a child under 18, you're not subject to what is it, Social Security taxes and stuff.
Right.
So immediately, I'm talking about immediately when I started, I hired my 5-year-old as my
Right.
employee, and the salary or the wages that I pay her every month is a write-off for me. And
Right.
then I turn around and made her take her wages and
Yep.
pay for her private school and stuff. So it's a
Mhm.
win-win. So for
Mhm.
Hey
those
Ken, that's
that
another plug. That's another episode on how to hire your child in your
right,
home-based business.
I had my son cleaning the kitchen.
see,
After every cake I made, he would go behind me because I like during the holidays I make like 15, 20 orders, and between each one it gotta be total spotless.
Okay.
Yeah, take me a little break, have him clean.
You
He
you
was
yeah,
got
pretty
you
because
got a
much.
you
even
got a website
Hmm.
for your cakes? How you sell it?
Yep, it's Tanya's Delight, slice by slice.
and she
Okay.
good too, y'all. She don't
Melissa,
Yeah.
deliver,
can you put that
unfortunately,
on the
to
screen?
Alabama from
Yeah.
from
I can
Iowa. It's Idaho, right?
huh?
You in Idaho?
Idaho.
No, I'm in Omaha.
Oh, I'm
Omaha.
sorry,
Oh my.
Nebraska.
Okay.
I'm in Nebraska.
I don't know
Okay.
why
Okay.
I'm trying to put you in Idaho. Because
And don't
trust
say,
me,
are
Tony,
there black people in
I done
Nebraska?
already tried to get a cake from
I'm gonna have to sign
Nebraska.
off. I'm gonna have to sign off if y'all say that. Because we hear that all the time. It's black people in Nebraska.
I know, right?
I'm like, yep, I'm the only one.
Yeah. Probably not a whole lot, but you're not the only one.
That's why
It's
I asked
like
when I
it's like a
started
small
naming
Atlanta.
certain things, was the
A
hood type.
small
I'm like, they
Atlanta,
got
Mhm,
hoods
mhm.
in Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Yep, yep. In the '90s,
Wow.
they used to call us Little Chicago because our crime rate, even though we had less people in our city, the ratio was the same. The
Mm,
crime
wow.
versus,
Wow.
it was the same. Our gangs and drugs in the '90s it
Wow.
was bad.
Wow.
I'm
Good.
Yeah,
telling
they
you, I
call us
learned a
Little
lot
Chi Town.
since I've been hanging out at the hood table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
might.
but I'll put the I
Melissa, can you put
see
it
I
up?
can
Can you
put
put
the
her a website up?
I can send you the hold on,
Yeah.
I'll put the link in the private chat and then you can post it.
Okay.
That's cool.
And like I said, I have a YouTube
Yeah, because
channel,
she got a Facebook and she's Facebook,
YouTube and
Instagram, her own website.
yeah.
Okay.
And I was the winner last month of the prize she gives out every month. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you chose to get the Hood Table coffee cup, but I was gonna inbox you because I wanted you to look at the cups on my website. I'm seeing the link because it's all different kind of colors for the cups.
Okay,
So
I did. I thought I did go to the website, but maybe I didn't.
yeah, you just told me you wanted a cup, but you didn't tell me which color.
It was like the only thing I saw in there was the purple mug.
Yeah, you gotta like click on the mug, and then it
Okay.
shows you all kind of different colors.
Okay.
But let me see, Tanya's Delights.
Yeah, I'm about to get me a green screen too. I'm gonna get me a YouTube
Oh
camera.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
sleeping
got
on
that.
this.
Wrote that off too.
and then write it
Me too.
off. Write it off.
Right.
I just gotta figure out what I'm talking about.
Well,
I'm gonna do some
all
generic.
this
So I'm
stuff
talking
that
about a
y'all
whole
talking
bunch of
about
stuff.
is
Okay.
good.
Hmm.
See,
Just
we
talk
talk about
money.
everything on our channel, from the hood to the White House. That's our slogan.
Okay.
And on
Okay.
Friday,
Okay.
she talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I'm
No
about to get
holds
on. I'm about to
barred.
jump on.
No holds barred on Fridays nights.
Oh.
Okay, I'm jumping on tomorrow. I ain't got nothing
Yeah.
to
What we talk about is everything, and I'm not gonna mention any of it on this show.
do.
I guess you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Slice by slice. Okay.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
can just go on there and click on photos or click on mobile uploads, and it's hundreds and hundreds of pictures of my cake art.
Awesome. That's great.
Well, all right. Looks like we tipped over an hour this time, but I think it was worth it just to figure out for people who didn't know how to do that new estimator, because a lot of people, I know I've heard a couple people say they usually go in and they change up the allowances during the year, but now with the way they've got it set up now, you can't just go in there and change it from
That was when I mentioned that 1 to 99. People just going to
right. You can't
put
do that
different
no more.
numbers. Right, it's a little different now.
So
Well, I'm
now
glad
you
y'all
would
brought
have to
that up
use it.
because I didn't know anything about that tax estimator like at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he was talking about it, I thought it was like on some random website. I didn't even know it was on the IRS. So that was good, valuable information.
And so she just said she didn't know y'all had hoods either.
Nope, I'm telling you. Listen, I used to do telemarketing when I was younger, and every time we call somebody, they be like, "You sound black. Where you at?" I'm like, "In Omaha, Omaha, where the corn is and the cows." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's like out on the outskirts of the city, though, like miles and miles away from the city." And people to this day will ask me, "Are there really black people in Nebraska?"
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like,
I can guarantee you we got them in Alabama.
yeah. I stay right in the hood, surrounded by a whole bunch of us.
Okay.
Oh, man,
In the hood.
Hey, BB9.
we're gonna take a trip up there. Just see what Nebraska hitting on.
Yeah, it's fun. Come on through. Come on through.
And get some cake.
Yes,
Hello,
definitely.
BB Nice.
Definitely. Definitely. I'll whip up something for you.
That'll work.
Yeah. Hey, BB Nice.
Yeah, I'm so excited. All of my new friends came up here to join me. And I appreciate the Hood Table for always coming and hanging out. And of course, Deanna Irvin always comes through.
That's my girl. That's who we gotta go see.
Right. Yeah. We had her on last year.
I know.
As a guest, she talked to us about investing in real estate and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm buying a house. I forgot to tell you.
You buying a house?
Pre-approved yesterday for a loan.
Oh, great!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So I've been looking, but it's like a seller's market right now. Houses is going like.
I've heard that.
As soon as I find something I like, it's gone. Like
you gotta hop on real fast.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy or not. I don't know.
You gotta put that earnest money down fast. But hey,
this program, so I only need $1,000 down. Like NIFA, the program, it's like something for Nebraska, and it covers like your closings and all that. But you got to put down at least $1,000 of your own money.
Okay, that ain't bad. That's
great.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Well, we've been here for over an hour.
Yeah, right.
Try not to stay that long, but
just chopping it up.
Conversation was good, so
I know this was fun.
Yeah, it's nice. I enjoy it.
You're gonna have to come back and hang out with us again, and because you ask good questions.
You already, hey. I'll be full. You be on my channel. Shoot, I always I'm like Deanna. We part of the WGQs, so we always got questions.
We got questions.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for coming in and joining us tonight. You got any closing thoughts, Professor Clopton?
Oh, I always want to say that it's always great to network with like-minded people. I think we can learn a lot from each other. We all got particular skills and niches and expertise in any field, but supporting each other is the most important thing, man. I appreciate everybody on this panel. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for joining us, Mr. Lee.
I appreciate y'all having me again. And
get that
channel to April 15th.
Mr. Lee.
I hope the information can help somebody out, so
I'm sure it did, because I haven't speaking of which, I haven't updated mine to see what my number should be for the new year. So I need to go in and so thank you for the refresher.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right,
y'all.
All right, I gotta get ready for my next show.
All right. Good night, y'all. Thank you for coming.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right.